We are at the Global Blockchain and Crypto Symposium, and I'm here with Elise Soucie Watts, who is the Executive Director of Global Digital Finance.
Thanks for having me.
So, Elise, given your experience with both the FCA and Global Digital Finance, how do you anticipate MiCAR influencing the regulatory landscape for digital assets in Europe?
So MiCA has really been a game changer because for the EU, it was the first of its kind overarching regulation to regulate crypto and digital assets. It's also complementary to other pieces of regulation like MiFID, PSD2, DORA, which regulates operational resilience. And so the importance of this is that it gives that legal and regulatory certainty to firms. It also gives them the opportunity to go and get licensed in the EU. And that opens up the whole of the EU market. You can get licensed in one jurisdiction and then offer your products across the whole of the EU. And that's a significant opportunity. And I think it's why we see the EU as a whole being a leading place where firms want to set up and go get licensed.
Amazing. Thank you. Okay, so what problems do you expect as EU countries start to implement MiCAR?
So we talked about this a little bit on our panel, and I think it's not totally unexpected. But whenever you have an EU-wide regulation like MiCA, whenever it's implemented at the nation-state level, there's always going to be little challenges and little differences and discrepancies in how it's implemented. But that's important as well, because the member states have that nation-state level sovereignty. They can choose how to implement the regulation within their jurisdiction, within the parameters set out at an EU-wide level. And so, of course, there are going to be some teething problems. We've seen some of the bigger jurisdictions say they're worried about regulatory arbitrage in some of the other member states. But this isn't something that's unique to crypto. This has happened for other pieces of regulation in financial services before. So I'm confident that the EU will be able to work through this. But that's kind of the most normal of the teething problems that I would expect.
So you're very positive about it then?
Positive in general. There will be challenges, but positive in general.
Yeah. How can MiCAR help crypto businesses innovate while still keeping customers safe?
So I think that this is one thing that we'll see as the market and the regulators mature. The main thing that will be really important is for regulators to continue to upskill and understand these new technologies as well. That way, they can really regulate the businesses to the best of their ability, but also regulate the actual activities and products that are being offered, as well as the real risk that is there. And so I think that that's the best way regulators can support innovation, is by upskilling themselves and really understanding the firms which they supervise. And that's definitely not perfect yet, but I think that we'll get there.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.